I can't afford a £2 million chalet in the Alps. So the next best thing is build one myself and one on wheels that I can take wherever I want to go. When you're in the night, you can drop this to wherever height you want it. So when you're in the bathtub, it's kind of nice. You can drop the ceiling right down over the bath and you're in this kind of cave-like place. It's a lot more difficult now for people to be able to live off grids because the government can't tax you for it. You know, they're not making any money out of you. It's crazy. It's
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're meeting up with Guy, who features in our previous episode, so you can check that video out after this one to hear more of his story and to see his living setup. But today he's shown us around a project of his which absolutely cannot be missed.
It's honestly unbelievable. The attention to detail in this build is ridiculous, so definitely stick around for the full tour and let us know in the comments what you think of the video, and if you do like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Back to it.
Okay, hi, my name's Guy, this is Ethel, and this is Valerie the Chalet. She's a 2002 Ford Iveco, which I bought in lockdown, and I converted it into a tiny home to take out to the Alps. So I've always wanted, when I was a kid, I always wanted a little cabin in the woods. So that's predominantly why, and I love skiing, and that's why I built a chalet on wheels. So it's a chalet lorry, chalet, Valerie the Chalet. So I put underfloor heating in it, put a log burner in it, put the drop down TV, put a jacuzzi bath in it, as you do. The idea was that it was going to be on a park up out in France where I had electric, so I could just hook up to electric, paying 250 euros a month, and it was ski in, ski out, and that was the dream for me. I'm a creative, I like to use my hands, and this is my passion, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to become an artist, but I was always pushed into surveying because I was told there's no money in art. So doing this is kind of combining my art and creative flair with property, if you like, and just doing something that I love. And for me, doing this, it's a passion of mine, and now it's turned into a job. Okay, here at the back of the truck, this is a Ford Iveco 7.5 ton lorry, which I've turned into a chalet on wheels. So when I was in the Alps, I was using gas and I wanted to come off the gas. Now I'm in a park up. So this is how I heat my water for the bathtub. And it's basically two old immersion heater tanks, which I've made into this water tower. So this is filled with water, and then I'm lighting a fire in the coil in this tank here, and then the hot water rises, goes up to the top and forces the cold water down, and then convection, and then eventually all that gets hot, and then I just tap it off and goes into the bathtub. That's just looking on YouTube and just how to heat hot water. So I'm trying to be as off-grid as I possibly can and not rely on gas or anything like that, but although it does use a lot of wood to heat. This is the filter system. So what happens is I pump water from the stream. It goes through this pump here into a 6 filter system through the UV and then up into 2 IBC units. So I've got 2,000 litres of storage, water storage. And then when I want to tap off the water and use the water, it comes down here through another pump and then through another 6 filters and then into the taps. And that's now drinking water, yeah. Do you want to see where the water comes from? So that water then comes from the field up there, and it goes under the track and then into the first tank. We were having a lot of problems to start with about, if you notice, the water's yellow, and that's not because it's clay, because it's a lot of iron in it. So it goes through, drops into that tank where it goes through the first kind of filter system, which is through a load of stones, and then it gets pumped up into those tanks. It runs 365 days of the year, so I've got a constant supply of water. which is good. But then obviously I've got the 2,000 litre holding tank. So this is the back of the truck, and I left the tail lift on it because I wanted a little outdoor balcony, and it's great. So when I'm moving, once this goes up and the top goes down, from anyone driving behind, it's just not quite as pikey as someone's house on wheels. Yeah, so in the winter time we get the sun rises up in the east, and when the leaves are off the trees you can sit and have a bathtub and watch the sunrise, and then in the night you can have a hot tub and watch the sunset. Pretty idyllic, man, isn't it? So it's all very well just having a van and being able to park it up wherever you want it, but when I came back from the Alps I wanted something a little bit more permanent and a bit more space, and what better space to have than a nice outdoor deck. So I built this up with the height levels, so you can just pull the truck up and this is what you've got. And then over time this has just gradually expanded to, it started off with this bit of deck, and then I put another bit of deck on it, and then I've got an outdoor wood-fired hot tub.
Alright guys, so it wouldn't be possible to keep the channel going without our sponsors, and today that's Huel.
Huel has a whole range of products, but today we're talking about the Black Edition powder. Huel Black Edition is a nutritionally complete plant-based meal that takes just 30 seconds to make and keeps us refueled throughout the day. It's perfect for busy lifestyles when you need a fast, nutritious, easy to prepare meal.
So each serving has 40 grams of protein and 26 essential vitamins and minerals. It's gluten-free, low in sugar, and contains no artificial sweeteners. Plus, it's super affordable, starting from just £1.68 per meal.
So one of these bags holds up to 17 meals, which means that there's minimal packaging wastage, which is a big thing for me because it means that it's easier on the planet. So my favourite flavour, definitely the salted caramel. It's great for busy mornings, and for someone that's on the move like me, it's super convenient and it fits right into my day.
So if you want a quick, balanced meal that's plant-based and fits into your lifestyle, check out Huel Black Edition using the link in the description below. With your first order, you can get a free shaker and a free t-shirt. So thanks to Huel for sponsoring the video, and with that, back to it.
Put another bit of deck on it, and then I've got an outdoor wood-fired hot tub as well, as you do. Then I did an outdoor dining area, and I've got all the 12-volt lights, and then drops down into a hot tub area where I've got built a wood-fired hot tub to heat it up. It takes about 5 hours to heat up, but you put your logs in there, and then yeah, you've just got a naturally heated, Ethel likes it, there you naturally heated wood-fired hot tub. In the nights when you've got the sunset in there, you know, you're not overlooked by anyone here. It's peaceful, there's no place like it. Because I'm in the woodlands, I can't get solar on top of the truck, so I've got a separate panels out in the field here, and then in here it goes into a 3.5 kilowatt EcoFlow battery, which is enough to power the truck. The truck started off as a white truck, but I've tried to camo it and make it a bit more like a cabin in the woods. So I wrapped it in a wood panelled effect to keep the neighbours happy too. The flue you see is for the wood-fired for the log burner. Okay, this is Valerie. Come and have a look inside. I built this in the second lockdown. I did it in 12 weeks, but when I say 12 weeks, that was like 7 days a week, like 15-hour days. One of the most important things for me for the truck was to just get a nice, decent-sized kitchen. I've been used to living in vans where I've not got much space. This is a gas oven with a 2-hob gas burner, and then in here I've got storage space. This was going to be a boot warmers for skiing. Then in here I've got a small bunk room, so I've got 2 full-size bunk beds for guests, and then full-size shower. Then I've got a basin, and then composting loo underneath. I just wanted a ski chalet vibe, so this is quite a cost-effective way of paneling a shower. And then that was something quite important to me. I just wanted a decent wet room. So this is about a meter wide, and then you've got, oops. And then the hot water for that runs off the gas boiler. This is like the third truck that I've lived in. And they're getting bigger and bigger, but one of the most important things was like storage space. So in here I've got wardrobe space, top and bottom, and then more storage space here. Normally that bit in the corner is just a complete waste of space. So I've managed to get a wash hand basin, toilet, 2 big drawers, and then wardrobe space, and then 2 beds. And it's pretty quiet as well when this door's shut. More storage space up there, and then these close up to give you a complete blackout bedroom. And then that door closes. And then there's a full-size mirror behind the door because ladies love a full-size mirror. This place will sleep 4. I built these because so I can as a guest room, and then they've got an ensuite, pretty much an ensuite bedroom here. I wanted a chalet feel to it. So most of the materials I've used in this build are all reclaimed. This I bought off Gumtree for like £100, and it was a dresser. So with the cupboards on the top I used for this, and then the bottom cupboards produced that. I took out the drawer, replaced it with a Belfast sink, put a new reclaimed timber worktop on it, and then I wanted to get a full-size fridge in here. So I hashed about a bit and then put an extension bit on there. So that's a full-size fridge in there. And then I mirrored it up on the other side and then added that space in there. And then I've got space for a waste bin there. And then, yeah, this is just a piece that I bought from an antique shop, and it just adds to the vibe of all the wooden chalet vibes to it. So the floor, one of the questions I get asked is, wow, isn't that heavy? These aren't real slates, they're just, they're roofing slates, so they're only 8mm thick. And then under here I put underfloor heating because I prepped it up to go to the Alps. And then with that I've got the log burner as well for extra heat. So the total weight of the truck is 7.2 tons. So I'm almost up to the 7.5, but I'm still under. All the lighting is 12 volt, and then I've got a speaker system I put in for the surround sound for the projector, for the screen that drops down, and then the projector which is above the bed. So all the creature comforts. I just like gimmicks. This is probably the thing that I'm most proud of. Within like an 8 cubic meter space, I've managed to get a living area, dining area, bedroom, and bathroom all in one. The current setup is set up obviously two sofas and dining table. Then you can either have it like this or you can have it with the bed down. So all it is just a 12 volt winch and a pulley system, which I've managed to, and then a lightweight bed frame, aluminium bed frame. And that, she fucking hates it. That was another important thing for me, is to have a bed that I don't have to make every morning. I've been used to living in vans where you've got to turn the sofas turn into the bed, and you've got to make it every day. Whereas this, you can just press a button, doesn't matter if you don't make the bed, and it just goes straight up into the roof. It's a full king size bed, and that's the other thing, I like my bed. So I've got the projector, I've got a bedroom, and I can watch films from bed. And I've got shelves on the side, and I've got USB points where I can charge my phone up overnight. I've always wanted a starry ceiling, and then all this is just USB fairy lights, and I've just drilled a load of holes. There's 700 fairy lights in here, and that's all run off the 12 volts. And it just gives a nice effect. So when you're in the night, you can drop this to wherever height you want it. So when you're in the bathtub, it's kind of nice. You can drop the ceiling right down over the bath, and you're in this kind of cave-like place. It's really cool, and it's really romantic, and it's nice. So if I get rid of this first, and then you can... Why did I put a bathtub in here? I put a bathtub because one, I like a bath, and two, I just wanted to do something ridiculous and see if you could put a bathtub in a truck. And then when I was online, I was looking for bathtubs, and then I was like, ooh, jacuzzi bath. So then I stuck a jacuzzi bath in here. There's storage there for, there's kind of wine bottle storage.
The essentials.
The essentials. I can either put the cushions up into there and there, or I can just chuck the cushions in the back. Yeah, right, exactly. 5 minutes of me fucking doing this. So then these fold up. This folds up then into the bathtub. I very rarely use it, but when I do use it, it's for entertaining, and it's for people just to just to watch people's faces when you say there's a bathtub in your floor. So then these fold up into the walls, and then that reveals the tub. People ask me, have you got any blueprints? Whereas, you know, I build it in my head and I just chalk it on the floor and then build up from there. What is this? This is a bathtub, a jacuzzi bath in a truck. That's what this is. I built this because I just wanted to see how ridiculous I could go. It's just a gimmick. It's not, you know, it's not, I don't use this every day. I don't bathe in here every day. I've got a shower to wash. But it's just one of those things where I just wanted to do something just ridiculous. So you can lie in the bath, you can watch the sunrise, sunset, wherever you are, or you can lie in the bath and watch a film. When I'm moving, when I'm traveling, I've got 2 water tanks, 2 250 litre water tanks. And then people say, well, isn't that wasteful? And how are you carrying all that water? Where there's a filter system in between those 2 tanks. So when it's only bath water. So when this goes out, it goes into a holding tank, then it goes through the filter system, and then it comes out clean again. Perfectly adequate for having a bathtub. Would I recommend other people putting a bathtub in their truck? No. It's like, for me, it was all about the design and creating this space and having a bathroom, a bedroom and a living space all in such a small space. You don't need a 6-bedroom ensuite bathrooms house. All you need is a truck, and you can still live a life of luxury in a truck. And then you can drop the ceiling and then have it. It's kind of nice with the starry lights. Again, it's just romance, and it's just a bit of it's just for fun. My workshop's in Bristol, and my other truck where I live permanently is in Bristol. And then with this one now I've come back from the Alps. So I rent it out as kind of an Airbnb for other people to enjoy. And also the people that I've had staying here are people that are probably doing van conversions themselves and want some ideas and inspiration on what they can do. I can't afford a £2 million chalet in the Alps. So the next best thing is build one myself, and one on wheels that I can take wherever I want to go. You know, this is a far cry from £1 million build, but I still get the views, and I still get to ski every day and to live the luxury lifestyle, but on a budget. I think it's a lot more difficult to do it in the UK these days. It's a lot easier in like France and Portugal. It's like, well, you go on the Park for Night app, and there's very few places you can park up, and you know, the government are making it more and more difficult. It's a lot more difficult now for people to be able to live off grids, because the government can't tax you for it. They can't, you know, they're not making any money out of you when you're living sustainably off grid. It's crazy. It's fucked up. Really, it really is. So if someone asked me what I did for a living, I'd say I'm a carpenter and I do truck conversions. What started off as a hobby, you know, I quit surveying not knowing what I wanted to do. So then I went traveling for a year, and it's turned into me traveling and living in my van for the last 7 years. And what was a hobby has now turned into a way of life and a job, and I'm getting paid to do what I love doing. So you can find me on Instagram at the Fat Pony Workshop. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy looking around the van.
Right guys, thanks for tuning in there. Hope you enjoyed that video, and a big thanks to Guy for showing us around.
I'm sure we can all agree that that build is fantastic, so definitely let us know what you think of it in the comments. And make sure to check Guy out on the socials, all the links will be down below in the description. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you're subscribed. See you in the next one.